Welcome back to Everyday Kentucky. Lord, honey, Chef Jason Smith is a self-taught cook and baker from right here in Kentucky, and he's a cooking superstar.
Say it again, Jim.
Lord, honey.
All right.
He does it better.
I
You'll
know,
see.
right? So this morning we are welcoming him to tell us more about himself and his upcoming cookbook tour. Thank you so much for being. This is my first opportunity to get to meet you face to face.
Lord, honey, we're going to break you in right then.
I love it.
That's right. Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, honey, I come from a big, huge farm here in Kentucky and started cooking when I was 6. And I'll be 46 this year, so I've been cooking for 40 years, honey.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and I've always been just self-taught. My grandmother taught me, my mom, my aunts, and everybody. And now, even though I'm self-taught, they call me chef, which I had a hard time with that. But Giada De Laurentiis told me, honey, you got your chef in the hard way. You got it on the street.
Right?
So, but now we've put everything into that one book right there, honey, from... There's a picture in there of me when I was first born, honey, with hair.
Oh, really?
Yes, honey, I'm telling you what. Yes.
No.
So there's a little bit of everything. But, you know, food is what really brings people together, and that's me. I love to have fun. I love to bring people together, and I love everybody just to have a good time.
So what's your cooking style?
Honey, you can't tell from this accent.
Southern style.
Southern, honey. But it's all about the bacon, butter, and bourbon.
I love that.
It's the triple B.
Look at that.
Yes, honey.
Okay, so you did tell us what we are creating earlier this morning, but I think it's time for us to tell the folks out there.
Yes.
So what do we have today?
So we're making breakfast rice with berries. Did you ever eat rice growing up for breakfast?
Not for breakfast, so it throws me a bit.
Well, honey, listen, you can eat rice anytime.
You
Listen,
can.
I love rice anytime. Most people think you eat it for lunch or supper, but now we had it for breakfast every now and then. And it's so versatile because you can put anything with it. Now, this is breakfast.
Okay.
If you want to add the bourbon sugar, you can. It just depends on how, you know, how vivacious you want to get of the morning.
Got it.
But, you know, it's super easy. So we always have our rice already cooked. It is just blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, which is the Kentucky state fruit, for those that didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Blackberries, the Kentucky state fruit. And then just honey. Honey, you got to have the honey.
Yes.
So
Yes,
just
you
some
do.
honey, and you just squirt that honey. If the honey ain't cold, you can, you know, it'll come out of the bottle a lot better. But you just squirt it with honey and you toss it. Now, why do we toss the honey with the berries, Jim? Do you know that?
You know, I know.
He has no idea. He has no idea. He has none whatsoever. So the reason why you toss the honey with the berries is it will break the berries up a little bit and it macerates them, which means it brings out their natural juices, which gives you a little bit of sauce to go with your rice. Now, this rice has more butter in it than anybody ought to be allowed to eat on a daily basis. But, honey child, you've got to have a lot of butter because, you know, butter lets things slide in and right on out. So
I
that
love
way
him.
it,
Yes, it
you know,
does.
greases everything.
It
And
does.
then you just put you some pecans right up on top of there, honey. And listen, if you want you some more,
I got us.
honey, you just give it a little bit more. Listen, she's done went, oh Lord, honey, look at that. You just gotta have a little more top of your honey there.
Yeah,
And
a
listen,
little bit
you
more.
just got it. So,
And there it is.
that's right, there it is, honey. Listen, get you a big old spoon, get up in there.
Look at us.
Listen, honey.
Ready?
Yep.
All right.
Cheers. You just want. Oh,
I want to get some. I want to get a little bit of everything.
That's right. You got to get a little bit of everything.
Well, I can't seem to get everything though.
That's different. That is
But that is
good.
really good. Jason,
Quick, easy. That's what it's all about.
this is fantastic. You're also a TV superstar. All right, everybody knows that. Talk about some of your upcoming TV projects.
Lord.
You got a really good one. You're
Oh yeah. So we have all kinds, honey. I have a show on right now called Deliciously Twisted Classics every Saturday at noon on A&E. We take things that's normal like meatloaf and turn them into like meatloaf egg rolls.
What?
Oh yeah, like filet mignon popsicles. I mean, we do all that kind of stuff, but one of my real neat ones that's coming out, and it'll be out either this fall or early spring, we really don't know yet, it's called The GOAT, the greatest of all times.
Yes.
And I lived in a mansion in Atlanta for 2 months, and it was me and other reality stars, like bachelors and bachelorettes and people from Big Brother and The Challenge and different places. And we lived and we competed in these really funny competitions that we called yard games to see who can be the greatest of all times and win $200,000.
Oh, wow.
So there was 14 of us, and you got to watch to see how far I go. And listen, I'm the only person in the house can cook.
No.
So you had to take care of these people,
Oh,
didn't you?
honey, I had to make sure they didn't die.
Right?
That's right. So, feed them and you get to stay around.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so how can we purchase the cookbook?
All right, so the cookbook, you can get that on my website at southerncountryBling.com. Go on there and order it. It will be in stores and in your home on August the 28th, which is Monday. But you can come out to Crave this weekend, and I have books to sell there. I will also be the MC for the kitchen stage all weekend. I'll be doing demos. I'm going to be making quick chicken and dumplings. We're going to be making Kentucky's Nanner Foster's waffle. Everything that we're making this weekend is from the book. This is in the book. And you can buy your book there, and I'll sign it there. But I have all these book tour stops and stuff that's coming up. We are scheduled to do 100 cities in 100 days.
Wow.
And this is the kickoff. So now that it's not every day, Jim.
Have you
don't
noticed
get
he
that.
hasn't stopped eating? Okay.
Oh, it's all right.
Jim hasn't
If
stopped
he eats,
eating
that
as long
means
as we
get to
know.
talk.
Okay, right?
You see me, girl? I
I'm
got you.
like, look at him.
That's
He is,
right.
okay, so I will say too,
Yeah.
I've never had homemade chicken and dumplings, so I'm gonna have to make.
What?
I haven't. I've always eaten it out of the can. I have not. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
honey, that is not chicken and
I am
dumplings.
so sorry.
Honey, you almost made me clutch my pearls.
Both of you
eat chicken
did.
and
I have
dumplings out
never
of a
had it
can.
homemade because my mother's allergic to eggs and milk. So growing up, I had never had it.
They ain't no eggs in my
Nope.
chicken and dumplings, and there's a little milk, but you can take the milk out. You can
Oh, I don't
always
care. I'm not
substitute it
allergic
with.
to it.
Well, that's all right.
Oh.
But if you need to make it for somebody this, there is things that you can replace things with. Don't use the milk. Use more chicken broth in place.
Okay, okay.
But honey, there's the
makes
quick
sense.
and easy. Listen, it only takes 30 minutes to make my chicken and dumplings, and it tastes like you have cooked them all day, Jim. Like you killed your own chicken and cooked it all day.
Had to go to
honey.
wring its neck and everything.
That's
didn't
right.
you?
Honey, plug
Calm
in
down,
things.
Jim.
Yeah,
He loves to go
Here, I'm gonna
overboard.
turn this so
Yuck,
you
I
can get a
can't-
little bit more
I
from
can't
this
get into
side,
that
you
fruit.
see.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, Jim, just
so
eat the
good.
whole plate.
All those blackberries, honey. Listen, them blackberries so good they make a hog squeal and
They
honey,
will.
make its eyes roll back in its head.
Where'd you get them from? I mean, just
Those blackberries there come from the Kroger.
they're just from Kroger.
Yeah,
Those are fantastic.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick them, honey. No, we
I
ain't
thought you
doing
might
that
be.
no more.
Well, buddy, we appreciate you being here and can't wait to see how far you go on the goats
know.
and all the
Thank
other
you.
odds and ends.
Thank you, thank
you. And,
Always come back.
Oh,
Always.
honey, you know it.
with chicken
Always.
and dumplings.
With
next time.
chicken and
Or
dumplings.
Or fried chicken. I have a bourbon and sweet tea fried chicken.
Can I come over?
Honey, anytime.
Will you adopt us?
That's
I mean, but please.
Listen, I'll cook you all day.
I know.
All right.